Well, what is on... What is going on YouTube? I'm Ethan Robbins, and how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? I'm honestly intrigued as to how you guys are doing. Leave a comment down in the comment section about how you guys are doing. Let's have a conversation, let's connect a little bit. But anyways, before we get started, I want to say congratulations to all the students out there that are almost done, that are almost on winter break, and the students that have made it to winter break. You're done with this semester. I'm a student myself, so I respect the position. It's a tough job, on that student grind, if you know what I mean. It's a tough life. But enough of that. Today we're talking about what makes a video good and what makes a video worth watching. Now, there are two things that make a video any good at all. The first thing is aesthetics. The second being story. Now, one of those things is way more important than the other, but I'll let you guys watch the video and see if you can find out what for yourself. Now, if you're anything like me, you'll find yourself on the internet a lot looking for videos to watch, whether it be YouTube, whether it be Reddit, and I find myself a lot of times on the vlog subreddit of Reddit, and watching these people's vlogs made me decide, hey, there's a lot of things that these people aren't doing that a filmmaker should know that they need to be doing. So I figured I'm gonna make a video about this to see if I can teach some others. Regarding aesthetics, aesthetics are how a video looks and feels. Now, there's a lot of things that contribute to that, such as your frame rate, your composition, the colors of your video, and sound. All four of those things are monumentally important as to how your video feels and how your video looks. Here's a little fun fact for you. All feature films, all cinema, are recorded in 24 FPS. Now, if you have a camera that can shoot like 4K, 60 FPS, yeah, that sounds good and that looks really great on paper, but that's not what you're gonna see in film, and that is not the typical vlog standard. Like I said, what you're gonna see typically in film is 24 FPS. It just has the most cinematic, typical feature film kind of feel to it. Anything else is a little too buttery smooth to have that kind of cinematic feel. For example, tell me what looks better, this footage or this footage? Which looks more like a vlog? What looks more like a feature film? The next thing regarding aesthetics is composition. Now, composition is, there's a lot of things that go into composition. To be honest, there's a lot. Some things you might want to consider are your lighting, the lines in your picture, the rule of thirds, and framing. All of these things are pretty big in how you want a video to look. Now, regarding composition, I mentioned lines. For example, if you have somebody on a pier at the beach, you might want to line them up so that the horizon makes a straight line that comes directly to them as they're looking out over the water. That would be an example of leading lines in composition. Another thing might be framing. Perhaps you're taking a picture or a video of your friend walking through a cave, let's say. Let's say they're walking out of the cave and you can see the light outside the cave. What's called a frame within a frame is when you have your subject in a natural frame per se. Now, in this instance, it would be them walking out of the mouth of the cave. And the mouth of the cave making a natural frame. Or a natural frame might be, for example, you taking a picture through a hole that leaves make in a tree, for example. There are a lot of things that you can do with composition. Composition is a whole nother science within itself. And if you want to see a video about composition from me later in the future, be sure to drop a comment. Okay, the next is colors. Now, colors aren't necessarily vastly important. Colors aren't gonna make or break your video. Let's say you're shooting a vlog. My personal style of vlog is definitely gonna get color graded. That is for sure. But somebody like Casey Neistat, on the other hand, doesn't color grade his vlogs at all. So if you're worried about color grading in your vlogs, don't necessarily make it a make or break your vlog kind of thing. It's not big, but if you can add it and if it suits your style, then go for it. But it's not essential. To show you what I mean, I will show you an example of a color graded shot right here. This shot right here was color graded and this one was not. Now, while they both look great in terms of composition and how visually appealing they are, the colors didn't make or break this shot, like I was saying. So think about that. Colors aren't necessarily like huge, but they're like a little bit of spice on top of your food that just make it that much better. Okay, the next is sound. Now, sound, I don't take advantage of sound enough in my videos. I will admit that. Sound is really important in your videos. Now, if you want your video to if you want to add that extra dimension, if you want to add some more depth, you want to add some more feel to it, you want to make it feel more human, add more sound, add more sound. Definitely add more sound. Sound just gives your video life. For example, if you're shooting a vlog in the forest, right? You might want to add in some bird sounds maybe, or maybe like a waterfall off in the background. It doesn't even need to be real. Just add it in, have some imagination with it, Sound is a gold mine just waiting to be found and discovered. It's everything, and without sound, I mean, try watching this video without sound right now. Turn your volume all the way down right now. you're not gonna know what it is. But if I don't have this background sound here, that's not necessarily as important, but again, it gives the video feel. It gives it atmosphere, it gives it a mood, you know what I mean? So those are some of the most basic things regarding aesthetics as to what makes the video good, what makes it bad. I see a lot of mistakes regarding aesthetics in vlogs I often watch on YouTube, especially from new vloggers and sometimes even bigger vloggers, unfortunate to say. Now, while aesthetics don't determine the quality of your video, better aesthetics obviously make for a better video. Now, this next thing, the next big thing that makes a video great is huge. Now, I will admit, I am guilty of this. I don't follow through with this enough, but I don't include this enough in my videos, and that is story. Story is golden. Story is everything. Everything in our lives is a story. I mean, if I went up to go to the kitchen to get food right now, I mean, that is a story within itself. It's a very simple story, and it's a story that nobody probably really cares about, but it's a story. I have a problem, right? I'm hungry, so my solution is to go get food, right? And then so if I go get food, that's my problem solved. That can be, I mean, it's video, right? So if we're making video that way, I have all the freedom in the world to do what I want. I can make it the most dramatic thing ever. And I mean, if I did do that, I mean, we're in 2017, almost 2018. People watch anything on the internet. You can take anything and make a good story out of it. You know what I mean? Now, I mentioned this name earlier in this video, Casey Neistat. Now, Casey Neistat is a titan in terms of vlogging, right? And that's where he came up. That's where he became good on YouTube, is vlogging. But his vlogs are focused around one thing, and that one thing is story. And he's said this many a times in many different videos and many different interviews and stuff like that. The one thing he always focuses on is story. Now, that's not to say he doesn't have any interest in aesthetics or whatever, because I mean, you will see time lapses and stuff in his videos all the time, and like bumping music and stuff like that. But like, Casey doesn't color grade his videos. And in a video he did with Peter McKinnon, somebody asked him in a Q&A what color profile he shoots on, and he says, I have no idea. So I mean, again, that doesn't make or break your video. What makes your video 100%, what makes it solid, is story. Just a basic beginning, middle, end. You have a problem, you want to solve that problem by the end of the video, and that makes it entertaining, because when you watch that video and you open it up and you see that this person has a problem, subconsciously your mind's just like, is he gonna solve it? Is he gonna solve that problem? Is he gonna get what he wants? And so that makes you want to finish watching. That makes you want to watch through. That makes you want to enjoy it. Now, like, again, take Casey for example. His vlogs typically have like a typical Shakespearean kind of structure in terms of story: beginning, middle, end, or at the very least, beginning, end, from point A to point B. But the catch is, you have to make that interesting, and that's where the freedom of making videos comes in. That's where your own personal taste, your own personal style, how you sprinkle your own goodness on a video, you know? So I just thought I'd make this video as a little pro tip to everybody trying to make more videos out there. Any video with all of these things that I mentioned in it, in my opinion, is a really good video. So now, instead of leaving the, hey, I'm a student filmmaker, I'll leave a pro tip for you comments, I'll just say, hey, I'm a student filmmaker, here's a big giant video pro tip for you, and I'll link them to this video. And you can do the same. Anyways, guys, hopefully this video helped you out. Hopefully this video taught you something. I hope you guys will heed this advice and take it to heart and put it to practice in your next video. If you have any questions, concerns about anything, about how to change settings on your camera, etc., leave them in the comments. I read all my comments, I respond to all my comments. I love my commenters. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.